Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
Welcome to a new episode of Action Video Game Talk. I'm your host, Scott Action Jackson. Thanks for joining me today, or tonight, or whenever you're listening or watching this video. Once again, I'll have a whole bunch of news articles to go through, and then I'll give you my opinions on them. So, let's just jump right into it.
Microsoft has announced the next version of its operating system, Windows 10. No, you didn't miss Windows 9, as the company is skipping right over it. The new operating system is in technical preview right now, and if you are an enthusiast and comfortable with in-development software, you can opt in. Among the features touted are a return to more familiar start menu, searching on the taskbar, Windows for all apps, and task and desktop views that are reminiscent of features found in Mac OS X. No specific information has been offered about the impact of the new operating system on gaming. However, since most PC gamers run Windows, we thought you'd probably want to know to keep an eye out for more details. Windows 10 is due for consumer release in early 2015.
Now, I know Microsoft Windows 8 sucked, but I didn't realize it sucked enough to skip Windows 9. But, yeah, this just more or less states Microsoft has announced Windows 10 without even going into Windows 9, which sounds like a bunch of crap. Because they're just skipping around. It's like, okay, we did Windows 10, next we'll just go into Windows 15 or Windows 20. Sure, why not? We're Microsoft, we can apparently get away with that kind of crap.
The Sims 4 might not have made the critical splash that EA and Maxis were hoping for, but with some free updates, maybe it will warrant a second look from consumers. The first content pack is available now with some seasonally appropriate inclusions. October means Halloween, so Maxis is bringing your dead Sims back from the grave as ghosts. You can invite your dearly departed summoned ones back into your house with all their stats in place, and some new behaviors influenced by how they passed on. There's even a chance you'll be able to give them a second chance at wearing a meat suit. In celebration of the holiday, you'll also get some Star Wars themed costumes. You can dress up as Leia in her white gown, Luke in his X-Wing pilot uniform, Darth Vader, and Yoda. There are also new eye colors, in case that's something you've been looking for, and this is just the first of 3 free updates. November brings pools back. December's update will introduce new careers and rewards. We have no doubt that pay add-on content is coming, but it's good to see EA start off by giving fans something free for their loyalty.
So there will be some free updates for The Sims 4. One in particular seems to be giving you Star Wars costumes, where you can actually dress up as Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker in his X-Wing outfit, Yoda, and apparently Princess Leia. I wonder if they actually have like lightsabers in here too. Usually EA does all kinds of additional content for the Sims games. They usually bring out like hundreds of expansions before they get to the next numbered Sims game. So with something like this, I wouldn't be surprised if they tried maybe like a Star Wars themed expansion, or maybe say it's like a Hollywood themed expansion.
The Season Pass trailer for Middle-earth Shadow Mordor takes a while to get to the point. Okay, so you get access to beast hunting missions, and you can kill some orcs in leaderboard trials. Oh, and then there's this bit in which you get to wield the One Ring. Wait, what? One of the bigger pieces of DLC allows players to take control of Celebror, Talon's Wrath companion. Before he was a spectral avenger, though. He was one of the finest craftsmen of the Second Age and was instrumental in creating the Rings of Power. If you opt into the Season Pass, you'll be able to play as him as he was in the Second Age. You will even have the One Ring at your disposal. For those that aren't already heavy into token, this is what we call a big deal.
Like just about every other game, there's going to be a Season Pass. Shadows of Mordor is going to be no different. But apparently in this one, you might actually have possession of the One Ring. That might bring a lot of attention to the Season Pass. Now, for me personally, I wonder if the Season Pass will include some content that'll bridge the gap between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. But from what I've seen already, it's just a little bit more backstory, not officially taking place in this major part of the storyline.
Bungie community manager David Dogg has addressed the recent details about upcoming Destiny expansions. Dogg, who patrols the Bungie.net forums under the username DJ, says the names found are placeholders and may change prior to release. He also says that neither of the expansion packs are finished, though the first one will be completed soon. The Dark Below, Destiny's first add-on, is due in December. The full forum post follows. Hey Bungie community, I hope you had a nice weekend. We noticed that you noticed that we already have plans for upcoming content packs in Destiny. We do. They have activity names, which may or may not change, and we have a really good idea what they're going to contain. They even have placeholder notes in the director, as you've already discovered. But neither of the expansion packs we've announced are finished. People at Bungie are hard at work to complete content for our first post-launch pack, The Dark Below. As I type these words, it will be finished soon. It releases in December. Soon, we will detail it out for you so you can see exactly what we've been working on. Thanks for playing. Thanks for the passion. We know you want details. We'll talk more soon.
Okay, to help me out with this next opinion on this article, I more or less brought up Destiny. Now, Bungie has confirmed that they have placeholders for some of their content that's going to be coming out for their DLC. And that it's not officially final. It's just placeholders for the content. Now, I don't know if you can officially see it from the camera or not, but there's no additional spots on mine that I can highlight and see that says need DLC. But yeah, this kind of the map of the destinations you can select. Some people actually found these placeholders that the additional DLC will open up. Of course, the additional DLC will be The Dark Below and The House of the Wolves. But The Dark Below is coming out in December, and they say to themselves, this is not final. They could make some changes between now and then.
Visitors can now experience the infamous education game The Oregon Trail in real time through live-action roleplay. It's currently available at the Wilmette Heritage Center in Salem, Oregon, who started the program in an effort to connect with young people and teach them about the trials suffered by the pioneers during the trek west. Writer Emily Gosver wrote about the experience for The Atlantic, explaining a bit about how it worked. Teams of 2 to 4 people, mainly in pioneer garb, build a wagon out of paper and doodle rods before tackling 10 challenges inspired by the computer game. Things like floating the wagon across a kiddie pool, shooting a game with Nerf guns, competing in a 3-legged race to an outhouse, she wrote. According to her, each team is given the star at the end of a challenge, the color of which informing them how well their team survived the hardship. Called the Oregon Trail Live, the program has been running for several years now and tries to capture the attention of its participants in the same way its educational computer game counterpart did during the 80s. Live-action role-playing, also known as LARPing, is an activity shared by many enthusiasts worldwide in which players assume the roles of fantasy characters and act out scenarios in real time. LARPing ranges from high fantasy war to vampire killing, all without, hopefully, any real bloodshed.
So in Salem, Oregon, they are trying a live-action role-playing of the Oregon Trail. Oh boy. This is gonna be strange. Okay, live-action role-playing. LARPing. Imagine that with the Oregon Trail game. That's gonna be weird. It's like, okay, we're gonna ford this river. Or are we gonna wait for this Native American with his, I guess, log boat thing? You know, I think it said that it was using Nerf guns for the hunting. But the actual Oregon Trail itself is a long, long trip. We've probably heard and seen stuff about how brutal it really was. This should just be focused on trying to do a live-action version of the game, of the original PC Oregon Trail game. Now, if you want to see any indication on how weird and goofy this might look like, there was a Mega 64. They tried a video of the Oregon Trail, which seemed funny as hell. So if you wanted to go and check that out, if you can find it. The article itself said that this has been happening for years now. So why is the news of this just now breaking? I don't know.
The Dead Rising movie has a name, a principal cast, and a start date. Dead Rising Watchtower began filming September 30th in Vancouver. The feature-length adaptation of the popular zombie video game series takes place during a large-scale zombie outbreak. When a mandatory government vaccine fails to stop the infection from spreading, the four leads must evade infection while also pursuing the root of the epidemic. With all signs pointing to a government conspiracy, politics, public paranoia, and media coverage play an important role in the story's narrative. That should sound familiar to fans of Dead Rising 3 on Xbox One. The movie will star Jesse Matterkauf, who recently ended his starring run as Christopher Enning on Dallas after the explosive Season 3 finale 2 weeks ago. The cast also includes Dennis Haysbert, Virginia Madsen, and Megan Oy. The script for Watchtowers was written by Tim Carter, who also produced with Thomas Harden via their Contradiction Films label. Lazaro D. Bonavalas is executive producing. The feature-length film will premiere on Crackle before moving to various video-on-demand and TV outlets. It will also be available in episodic formats internationally.
So it's officially been said that Dead Rising now has a title for an actual movie. Yes, you heard that right. Dead Rising is going to be a movie. But this movie is going to be straight to video so far. So that's going to be a bit iffy with some people. But the movie is going to be titled Dead Rising Watchtower. Why it's going to be called Watchtower, I don't know. That sounds like it's not going to involve any kind of malls, which is what Dead Rising was more or less involved in. So once again, we have Hollywood trying to write a different story than what was actually in the game. Which, don't get me started. But they're going to start filming, or actually they have started filming. They started filming on September 30th. A movie like this could take 6 months. Could take that long. But they do have an actual cast, and I did bring it up on the news article, so I don't really know these actors. So,
Game to movie adaptations aren't often the most graceful pieces of cinema. Jokes are wedged into the script and references to the source material are awkwardly shoehorned into action sequences. This time, the entire plot is about wedging and shoehorning. Tetris is being turned into a science fiction movie. Threshold Entertainment, behind Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat Annihilation, is handling the production, and boasts that it is the first company to make a successful movie out of a video game. The company will be working in conjunction with the Tetris Company and managing director Hank Rogers. No specific plot details have been revealed, but we assume that the long block is the savior we have been waiting for.
oh, I freaking hate Hollywood. Oh boy. Oh, sometimes I just freaking hate Hollywood. Okay. So let's see if we get this right. Hollywood wants to make Tetris into a sci-fi movie. I think there's only one thing I can truly say or do that explains every gamer's opinion on this. Why? Why?
There isn't much information yet, but Zen Studios has announced its latest collaboration. The studio says it will be rolling through the sleepy mountain town of South Park. Chances are there will be colorful language, biting political satire, and maybe Kenny dying. Or just some really good pinball. We'll find out more soon about the two South Park-themed tables.
So those who do have a PlayStation 4, and this might be on PlayStation 3 as well, but Zen Studios, who make this pinball game, are going to make, apparently, South Park Pinball. So you're going to have an additional add-on involving South Park, which is going to have a lot of colorful language for people to look forward to. And yes, the image shown for this news article showed that they killed Kenny. They always kill Kenny. So that's it for this episode of Action Video Game Talk. Once again, thanks for joining me today or tonight, however way you're watching or listening to this episode. Later on, I will be posting the separate clips if you want to check those out. I will also be posting the Facebook page down below if you want to check that out. Go over there and hit a like and follow us. Follow me, sorry. Also, if you want to, go and subscribe to this channel so you can follow whatever videos and clips are going to be posted later on. I know pretty soon I'll be doing a new video blog, which I haven't done in a long while. So until next time, bye.